Welcome back to the Mindcrack server. I've forced the creation of the one source block limitation of this this gigantic house has forced the creation of some unique, kind of weird solutions, convoluted, complicated things, and we're going to continue that today. We have a little bit left to do. Well, a little bit. I keyed on the melon farm here, and we're gonna do a few things. Which, God, I say this every time. Oh, apparently I missed some paintings. Whoops. What was I saying? I got distracted by pranks here. I have to look in all these little channels too, because after watching the pranking video, I noticed they were pretty thorough in swimming up and down them. Anyway. So we're going to do a few things today. First thing we need to do is take water from here, drag it out this way, and drop it down about here, and then create a trough that goes this away to a collection point right here. And once we do that, we are going to start wiring this biatch up. I mean, it's already kind of wired up with all this stuff, but we're going to connect it all to a button and a monostable circuit. So let's die. Whoops. Okay, I'm back. I wasn't wearing my feather falling boots. Not that that would have necessarily saved me. Got them on now. Alright, let's try and do this from a smarter angle. Maybe like this. Okay, yeah, that's a better angle. Okay, so we need to pull this water source out this way. 1 blocky, 2 blocky, 3 blocky, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then we need to drop a block like so. And looks like we're only gonna have to go out maybe only one more length. And here's the kind of pain in the butt bit. We have to run under here and get up under there to drop it one. That's why I have 1.5 zillion leaves, because they're, now that I've started using them, by far the best scaffolding you can use. Very easy to get in large numbers, and I need to be over there to get the other side. And monsters can't spawn on them, so no need to light them up. So win-win, right? Okay, that one is like that. Okay, now let's get back over to a safe ender pearl position. Hey, don't fall off, thank you. Okay, so then we need to go, let's see. Oops, that is the wrong block. Put this here. Oops. Then we need to go 7 more. 1 block, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's gonna drop us down right there. Well, we could do it that way, but I don't know. Let's look from a little bit lower. So it's gonna drop right there. I'm worried about the downward spout. Oh, you know what? It's gonna hit the middle and then spread. I'm worried about things getting caught here. So let me go ahead and start making the trough down here. And for because I want to make sure nothing gets stuck in the current right in this position. I don't think it will. That's my hunch, but I've completely been wrong before. Let's see. Do I have? I don't think I have a scaffolding down beneath there either. So I'm probably going to need more leaves than I have. Let's get another couple stacks, and then we can pop down a few layers. Yeah, we need to go lower than this. So I guess we'll start down here at the bottom level. In other news, somebody, not just one person, but multiple people have been telling me in the comments that in 1.3 portals have been fixed so that you can link to your primary portal in the normal world, can link to a portal in another when it's above Y128. which means up here, which means I can link the lens to a nether portal, and that can be the primary way to get up here, which is fantastic news. I was going to have to basically compromise and make some floating islands that you could do like multiple ender pearl hops to get up, and I never really liked that idea, to be honest. It always it didn't really appeal to me as being very interesting. So showing up in another portal at the very top of the house, that is much cooler. And I think that may be what I put in the fourth arm. So right now we've got a melon farm on this side and then a wheat farm on the other side. And on a third side is going to go a cactus and reed farm. And then the fourth arm, I wasn't sure. I was thinking about putting a... Oops! Oh, pay attention, buddy. You went way over. I was thinking about putting a bedroom. But I think the portal is probably the best idea for that area. Okay, so we want this to come down... How far? Not very far, but maybe at least one block. And eventually, in 1.3, I will be having to farm a bunch of ice blocks to speed up some of this stuff. Ooh, this is dangerous. Let me get a little bit more on here before I do that. Let's go one more and then try not to kill myself. Oh gosh, this is gonna be stupid. Why don't I just... You know what? This is dumb. I got leaves. I'm just gonna do this. I'm gonna make stairs. There we go. Alright, get out of here. And let's get rid of these guys as well. Alright, so the proposed place for the water to drop down is going to be right here. I'm going to have to put lighting in here. I was thinking about putting glowstone right here like I did back there, but at least at first I just want to see that this spreads right and nothing gets caught in the streams. So let's see, that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4... We're going to need 5, 6, and actually this may be too far, but it doesn't matter. I just want to see that this is the correct length and that nothing gets caught. Okay, and put some torches down. Get the leaves out of the way. Let's just put a little dam here. There. Okay, and then we can break the block way up there. Damn. I have a feeling I'm gonna die a lot of times this episode. Alright, let's get up there. Uh-oh! Oh, whew! Wow. I thought I was gonna be dead. Then we need to come around here. Back up there. And let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, so then we just need this and a torch here and here. And then we can release the Kraken! Or the water. Yeah. Looks good. Works well. Now the test here is if something gets caught right here. And it doesn't. I didn't think it would, but it's always good to test. Because if something is coming down this extreme edge, I don't want to get caught in there. Is it getting caught? Let's wait. Doesn't look like it. Okay, looks like we are golden. Alright, so I'm going to extend this ledge over there, and then I'll show you what that looks like. And that looks like this, if I didn't measure wrong. Okay, yeah, looks like I did everything right, and it should stop right there at that lip. And that will be the collection area right here. So let's see. Yeah, this is the edge of the shelf. Everything will fall down into this channel, come right down here. And so we're going to need next to set up the wiring. We're going to need a monostable circuit. I guess we don't technically need a monostable circuit, but it's more fun that way. And we're going to need a button down here. Let's see, and all we're aiming for at first is some good old dirty function. And then later we'll make it look pretty after 1.3 comes out. Oh god. Whew, I lived. Okay, so let's get an overall view and think about the wiring, Lebowski. So we've got, I guess, 5 of these bars that have melons on them. There's one here, or no, 6. What am I thinking? 6. One here with 2 beneath, and then one there with 2 beneath. These 2 right here take power right here. So maybe that could go down. These guys up here need to be triggered before these, because the pumpkins need to fall down and hit this shelf, pa-pow, before these pistons go off to push them down into the water down there. So if the power comes from down here, comes up and hits this, we'll need pistons on this, or repeaters rather, to delay the signal. So it would make more sense for the power to come here first. And then we also have another one here. This one also needs to be triggered after this one. So it might make sense to maybe send power up the back through some sort of vertical column, maybe here. Hit up this thing on this side and have a identical tower sending signal to this one over here. And then from these guys, send signal down to there, kind of like that, like this action thingy, with some repeaters to slow it down. So yeah, you could send power up here to the back. It would come along here, hit this guy. Then you would have to do some wiring around the edge here or something to hit up this side too. Or maybe the wiring would have to come up through the back. It wouldn't have to, but maybe we would do it on both sides. Where's my redstone actually? Da-da-da. So maybe if the wiring from this side came up here, you'd hit up that. And then, oh, we can't put wire. That piston's gonna push that. We can't put that there. But we could send this one down there, and then hit these guys, and then send this one down there, like that. That's one way to do it. Or we could just do something like this. Bring all the power for these 3, this half, the pumpkin side, up the back. Connect through here like this. Like this. Then split, go to this side. Split, go down to this side, and also carry over to pick up these. So I think that is probably the best idea. So next thing, I can worry about sending the power up the back. I should probably actually, to make this as efficient as possible, I should probably do that first, so that I know where exactly I need to put the repeater to get the max amount of charge I can with the 15 block limit for power. So let's go back down and take a look at where the button's going to be to harvest. And I'm actually thinking, so here's a thought. I'll probably not have, I'm not going to have much use for the melons. They're mostly for potions. If you eat them, punch yourself in the face. Unless you like, hey, if you like watermelon, more power to you. Whatever. But I do like to use jack-o'-lanterns for lighting because they don't have particles and they're brighter than torches. Particles add lag. So if you have a zillion torches around, even it's unsightly and it adds lag. So lose-lose. So I'm thinking of having a monostable circuit on either side. So one for melon, one for pumpkin. So let's come down here real quick. Actually, let's go grab a couple of buttons just so we can look at some nice spots on the wall to put the buttons on, because that's a very important detail. Where do you put the button? 3. That's exactly what I want. Maybe some of this in case I want it. I don't know. And some of this. And some of this. Okay. Oh, do I have more eyeballs here? I don't. Whatever. Okay. Let's go down there. So we need a place to hit the button. Where's my buttons? We could put them there. Trigger them through the wall. And then we could... This could be like a little room and the walls could be right there. Yep. I think I'd like the room only to be big enough as it needs to be. So let's say we're going to need room for the buttons. We're going to need a room for the path to come down here. I don't know where it's going to come from. This is sort of cut off in this direction. I may have to rethink these staircases. I'm not sure. But we also want some boxes for bulk storage. So we'll need boxes on either side. Maybe we could put the boxes along here. Vertically, kind of. This feels a little cramped, though, but I think it can work. We don't need that many boxes for pumpkins and melons. So let's say we put boxes in a vertical column right here. Like so. Right in this spot. And I'm gonna have to... Well, I guess that still works. Like this. Yeah, that's not too bad. Okay, just for a basic shape. So that means we need to hook up some monostable circuits on the other side there. Alright, so let's see. I guess I'll go ahead and build the floor out of sandstone instead of cobble. I prefer to use cobble because it has a slightly higher blast resistance, but there's no reason that anything should explode in here if I have it lit up properly. Let's see. Yeah, so let's do something like this. And I'm going to do a little bit of construction here, and then I'll give you an update. Okay, so I've got some platforms built. It's time to put in the redstone wiring. We're going to put in a monostable circuit. A monostable circuit is, if you're not very redstone savvy, and I'm not either, I'm still kind of a newbie. But it's a circuit that sends a pulse for a specific amount of time that you specify depending on the circuit. So if I want the pistons to be extended for like 2 or 3 seconds or whatever, that's what this is going to do. When you power a block with the redstone torch, it turns it off like so, and then you create a little circle like this. And then we're going to want to power the whole thing from this button, which is going to come down here like that. And then the button is also going to power all the pistons and stuff. We're going to lead those out like this up here. And then from here, we want to create a circuit. So basically, a big circle like this. Like that. So that when we hit the power here, turn this on, follow the chain of command, it's going to turn this off. which is going to turn this power off, and this is going to turn back on. But as this is happening, this is going to be coming back around like this slowly. Whoa! It's going to be coming back around, and then when it hits here, it's going to turn this back off because it's going to repower this block. So it basically creates a circle. Let's put all these on oh wow, I'm real close to the edge there. Let's put all these on max. This is a very useful circuit that I've used for a bunch of things. Let's see if I wired it up correctly. Power stays on. It's going to cycle around and then turn it back off. So the pistons will stay extended for that amount of time. And this is just sort of a cosmetic thing. I don't have to do it like this. I just think it's more... it looks cooler to see them extended for a while. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Running out of redstone. Okay. So basically what we're going to do, and this is a problem, by the way, and I've also left a little bit of room in here where the wiring's going to be. Because when 1.3 comes out, I'm going to be putting ice blocks either where these are now and lowering the sandstone one block, or I'm put them on top of here and raise all of this one block. But we definitely want to make this at least 2 blocks thick to keep things from dripping through here. But that's not really my goal. My main goal is to set up everything working functionally, and then we'll worry about making it look nice later. Okay, let me just go down this way. Let me go get some more supplies, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so the whole thing is wired up, at least this half of it, the pumpkin side is, and surprise, surprise, I am actually running really low on redstone and kind of low on sandstone. I made, let's see, I made a few stacks of pistons. That's 2 stacks of redstone. I made a stack of glowstone lamps or redstone lamps, whatever. That's 4 stacks of redstone. I made a stack of redstone repeaters. That's 3 more stacks of redstone. Then I laid all this redstone out. Plus I made all this shelving and everything else out of sandstone. So man, do I rip through the resources. Anyway, so that circuit we set up fires through here, comes up here, and then goes towards this major whatever top gourd thingy. I actually don't need those there anymore. Comes over top here to get all of these guys at once, and then splits and goes over here down to the bottom layer, and there's 4 repeaters here set at maximum setting each one to delay these guys, so that when these pistons fire here and push these pumpkins down here, they have enough time to fall before these fire. And if this time isn't right, I'll just mess with it later. I have room for 1, 2 more repeaters there and a whole bunch there, which I'll never need. So let's get down to... everything should be hooked up correctly, unless I did something really dumb. Let's test it out and then end the dumb video, because I need more resources. God damn it. Let's get down here, and man, it's under construction. Yeah, it's kind of ugly. It'll get pretty later, I promise. Let's just get it working. So when I hit this better work. Here we go. Come on. Come on. All right, what'd I do? let's test troubleshoot it. 1, 2, 3. I probably misjudged the distances somewhere. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. That's the problem. Aha. Aha. Okay. So, I timed it wrong. Or I counted wrong. Put that there and just swipe those out. Swap rather, not swipe. that there. Okay, so that should all work now. Yeah, okay, let's go test it before those guys start despawning. Hey, yo. Alright, here we go. Let's try it now. Kashunk! There we go. Hey, it works! It's ugly. It's got a lot of exposed wiring. No real finished details, but hey, it works. Now we have a steady supply of pumpkins. As soon as I get the resources to do this side, we'll have a steady supply of melons. Alright, so hope you guys enjoyed the video. I need to go caving again. See you later. Take it easy. Have a good day.